Hello, it's Kadisha here. I'm back with another video. I guess I have to change what I said the last Saturday because it's Saturday and I do not have my green hat on. So I guess it's no longer my Saturday hat. But anyway, do not be this person. Like, really, do not be an argumentative person. And I said that because I've noticed this week more so than anything that people, I don't know if people like to argue or they like to debate. I don't know what exactly it is, but I have just come to the place, and I don't know if that's a sense of maturity or if it's a sense of I don't really care. I'm not really sure what it is, but I am loving this space, and I'm realizing that it's good to be in that place because you're peaceful. Peaceful. Yeah, I guess that's the easy word to say. You're peaceful. But yeah, so I was talking to someone about basically, first off, of course, just not giving information that no one's asked you. So that, that's one thing that could start an argument. But it's like, just like when someone asks you something and then you answer and they go back on basically like, well, trying to prove their point. And I'm like, do what you want. That's been my attitude. And so, this video is it's be this person. My bad. You want to be this person, which is not an argumentative person. I kind of messed up there. But yeah, so you want to make sure that you are the one who does not go toward arguing. And I realized like the Lord is just calling me maybe to that, or I'm calling myself to that. And I am just enjoying every bit of it because you don't have to argue about your opinion. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. Whatever they have to say, it doesn't mean it's, right or wrong. And the same for you. Like, whatever your opinion is doesn't mean it's right or wrong, but it's the best one for you in whatever situation you're in. And so, someone was asking me a question. And I was like, well, it was fine to me. And they were like, well, this, and this. And I'm just like, you asked me a question. So I don't understand why you're mad at me because I answered the question according to my, like, what I got from it. So it was so funny because I'm just like, all right, Lord, thank you for allowing me to be peaceful. And not to say that you don't stand up for what you are trying to represent. That's not at all, not being a coward or just bowing down when someone says something. It's like, no, I'm going to state what I have to say, and then I'm going to move on about it. It's not up for debate. Not to say you can't compromise or you can't talk things through or things like that, but if you see someone or you're sensing that someone just wants to go back and forth with you, you're like, no, I'm not going to do that. I just have other things that I need to do than to be arguing with you. That's not going to get us anywhere, because most of the time when we do argue with someone, it just makes them, the claws come out a little bit longer. They're a little bit longer because they're like feeling like they have to defend themselves. And so you never want to be in that place, because most of the time the people that we argue with are the people that we're in close proximity. Not to say that people don't argue with other people, but when you're in close proximity with someone, and so you're just trying to want them to have like your same view or understand your view, you can get into a place where you're arguing with someone, and that's not going, like I said, it's not conducive. It's not going to benefit anybody. The only thing it'll do is just make people mad at each other, and that's just not where we're trying to go. We're trying to understand each other, but to a point where it's like, okay, I can agree to disagree and move on from there. Because I'm telling you, your life will be much peaceful if you become the person that is not argumentative and just stand on what you stand on and go on about your business, because you can't change people. And the thing is, we shouldn't try to change people. And I think that's what also gets us into a place where we're arguing or having disagreements with people, is because we try to make them not only see it our way, but say like our way is right. And that's not the case, or it shouldn't be the case. It's just like, okay, yeah, I see your point, but that's not what I believe, and it's okay, and we'll move forward. But yeah, when I've been experiencing that this week, I was like, Lord, this is nice. This is so nice, because I experienced it on 2 different occasions. So, I was saying about the other lady asked me something, and it was like, yeah. And this other person, I was just telling them something that had happened, And they were like, well, they were basically like, oh, well, this is what I was told. And I was like, hey, do what you want. I'm just telling you. And then they were like, oh, no. And it was like, and that can be sometimes kind of like reverse psychology, where people try to make you do, like, believe them by saying, oh, well, no, whatever. And that's not the point either. The point is to not be argumentative. It's just like being able to agree to disagree and go about peacefully. So that's the person that we want to be able to be, and walk in that in every situation, knowing that each person is different. They're going to have their own values, with their own experiences with life, and so that shapes us into being the unique person we are. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's great. Embrace it. But be peaceful when when you're encountering people that have different views from you. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you were able to gather something from it. Like I always say, sea cambio que quieres ver en otros. Until next time, bye.